Sometimes I watch an episode and I get the privilege um, of time to actually review it the moment that I watch it, right? And so I will record the video right after I watch it. And this is one of those moments. And I like these moments sometimes because I can give you my perspective real fresh and raw. Whereas sometimes if I'm doing it the next day, I've had more time to contemplate, which is also can be a good thing as well. But in this review, we're going to be talking about the latest episode of Belle Collective, okay? And I think it's called Let There Be Peace, but ain't no peace to be had, okay? Because there usually comes every moment in a show where I feel like something happens that goes beyond the realm of what's necessary to activate a character on a show. And in this situation, I felt like as much as I love me some Letitia, okay? And as much as I have a respect for Marie, because when you talk to Marie in person, I mean, she's a vibe, man. She's a vibe. They all are. You know what I'm saying? But I got to talk about what happened in the episode and how I felt like what happened tonight was a low down dirty shame. Okay. And I can't mince no words about it. On every reality television show, I am sure that there are people from every each one of their pasts who are chomping at the bit to give detailed information on what exactly is going on. And the issue that I have in this scenario is that this is coming from a man who did not even want to be filmed for Bell Collective because we did get a fourth wall breaking moment. Now, I'm going to give this episode a 9.9, but I'm going to give it because it did break the fourth wall to me. It did do what it intended. It activated Tambra. But it always seems unfortunate because it was really unnecessary to me. For Marie to be so imbalanced, her words, not mine, okay, to be so stressed to the point of going to the therapist, you might have one less problem. Let me rephrase that. You might have 99 problems, but Tambra shouldn't be one of them. Okay? If you worried a little less about what was going on in Tambra's private life from 3-4 years ago, then maybe you might just be a little less stressed about what's going on in your life personally. Okay? Because you causing chaos for somebody that ain't done nothing to you for real, for real. You just don't believe what's going on with her and Greedy. I would rather you say that, okay? Because to a certain degree, Tambra and Greedy does give hello presentation. But for all we know, there could be a lot of presentation that happens on a lot of these shows. But we roll with it, okay? Now, if production then begins to feel like this is an HR issue for you, Marie, you need to go tell production. I don't believe her life story is really happening. Can I confront her about that on camera? Okay, then confront her. But the meeting of an ex that did not want to be on camera and did not show us that meeting, that's how bad he don't want to be on camera. That didn't make not but a sense to me. So I'm jumping ahead of myself because that was one of the things that just stood out to me in this episode. And I was just like, what? Anyway, we pick up this episode with Ashante, aka So Gucci, at the parade with Marie and Sanjay after Sanjay then laid her flat, okay, and basically told her that you ain't even need to go over there if you don't know how you're gonna act. And to make things even clearer, you and Miss Selena need to be worried more so about co-parenting all of us kids and finding ways to get along. The problem with So Gucci is, in this instance, she still, even though Sanjay is asking her to not be disrespectful of her mother, she is being disrespectful of her mother in the confessionals, in little slick stuff that she's saying in other scenes. So it's like, for me, if I know in real life that I'm trying to make a connection with these kids because I'm married to their daddy, then I need to probably fix things with their mama. And so it could have been a perfect opportunity for them at some point in time to sit down and show what it would look like for a family to figure this all out. But instead of doing that, So Gucci is hell bent, and y'all know I don't even curse like that, on putting this on Latrice, because Latrice must be mad at her because Latrice bought a building with another realtor. Girl, you're the only person that's mad, okay, in this situation. And I'm still screaming from the rooftops, you're a realtor or a real estate agent. So, because I don't know whether it's not she registered with the NARS, okay? But what I do know is, as a real estate agent, you know about paperwork. So stop using this, oh, well, she went behind my back, she's a snake. Girl, where was the formal agreement? Quiet as it's kept, if it's true that she got you on the show, you need to be thanking her for that. Because sound like to me she had a choice. She could have invited Selena or she could have got you. At the end of the day, they chose you. So, um, I don't know. All I know is Ashante hasn't even seen Star's Child, and she probably won't until she make things right with Selena. Tambra is at the radio talking in her radio voice. You know, that's probably why at this moment in time I'm not on radio, because I don't have a radio. I don't have a midday wing. I can't do it. I cannot do it. But you know, shout out to, I know the radio voice. Shout out to the people that could do it. I just can't do it. Y'all, if y'all heard me on the radio, this what y'all gonna hear. You're gonna hear it just like this. It ain't gonna be no different than what you're hearing right now. Okay. So, and who knows? You might, I mean, you might even hear a British accent or whatever I choose. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you might feel, whatever I might feel that day. Aussie, I could sound Australian. I mean, who knows? I don't know. But anyway, she's talking to Quasi, the station manager, about how she and Demond are not really on the same page. He believe all she does is sit down all day and talk to folk, which is true, but don't minimize what she does because it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy to do these videos. Quiet as it's kept. When I'm done with a video, I feel like going to lay down, okay? Because I didn't give it my all. And then and sometimes I gotta do 2 and 3 a day. Sitting down. Anyway, Quasi, the station manager, get to asking her about her embryos. I'm like, girl, you don't have no other ladies to film with. That was it just struck me as odd for that to be a workplace conversation. And then I got to thinking, I mean, maybe you should date Quasi. It seems like y'all might be a better fit for each other. Anyway, Marie goes to therapy to find some balance in her life. And again, stay out of Tambra'S business and the scales might tip. But anyway, she goes into, you know, everything that we've already known about Marie, you know, her mom, being on drugs. And it's good to see her in therapy. And I feel like this scene was meant to soften her up for what she's about to do later. Okay. Letitia, who is suffering from bloating from PCOS, which I'm not quite sure of, is meeting with Ashante to get some dietary instructions and some green juice. Okay. Essentially, PCOS is a hormonal imbalance. And now Letitia is an advocate for an organization that is, you know, that does stuff for this condition. Okay. So anyway, Ashante is still trying to wrap her head around what happened when Selena went upside the head or something with the glass. I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. Let me say allegedly, because Lord knows I don't know what happened. And I'm sorry for you, Ashante, because that should not have happened. I do agree with you on that. It should not have happened. But it did, so here we are. So anyway, Latrice is at fault. And you know, everything, you know what this show is becoming? This show is becoming like Escape, where everything that has breath that is wrong in life, instead of it being Candy's fault, everything is Latrice's fault. Oh yes, oh yes, it rained today. That Latrice is a snake. I bet she conjured up the rain. Oh no, Lord have mercy. I didn't get that real estate deal. It was Latrice. I bet she talked them out of my giving me that business. Oh my Lord, it's the stoplight is red. It's Latrice back there controlling them stoplights. Oh my Lord, have mercy. The line at the KFC is long. It's Latrice owning the building beside it, and she got something to do with that line over there. I'm just like, y'all, Latrice is not y'all problem. Y'all got your own issues. You and Selena and JJ got some issues of your own, but now you're trying to make it seem like, oh yes, so Gucci went there in this episode. She tried to make it seem like Latrice and Selena and Cliff got a thing going on. Well, actually, if you want to be for real about it, then Ashante, what you should say is that because y'all all connected, then that would not be a throuple over there. It might be a cinco, okay? Because that's 5 people that's in this whole situation together. All right. Clifton been with Selena, JJ done been with Selena. You done been with JJ, who done been with Selena. Latrice has been with Cliff, who has been with Selena. So there are 5 of you all together. So I don't think you should discount yourself and JJ in that equation. I don't think so. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I will have so much more respect for Gucci if she just simply said, you know what? I don't even know why I let her get to me like that, but I did. And I am also contributing to what is happening right now. I'm not going to blame Latrice for my actions. I don't like her being there, even at the other events that I've been at with Selena there for Latrice's events. But fine. You know what I'm saying? Even if she wanted to say, and if her thing was, you know what, Latrice, I wish you would have just said to me, you was gonna go with somebody else. Just had told me. That would have made me feel better, like you respected me as an agent, because I was hoping to get that deal with you. Period. That's how grown folks resolve their issues. Period. But now you sitting around here talking about they a 3-way, and that it was a setup. You know, Selena needed to do Latrice's dirty work. Girl, you the one mad at Latrice. What she need to do dirty work on you for? That don't make no sense. You mad. She invited you to the event to hopefully, as a show of like good faith and like, okay, let's get this thing back on the right track. You the one still mad. Why she need to send somebody for you? Anyway, Letitia needs to hear Latrice's side. So Marie stops by Akeisha's, who's missing her man and been touching on herself. And, Marie brings up a friend of 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 a friend who knows Tambra'S ex. Now, all I know about this situation that I understand is that this man used to date Tambra back in the 90s. Okay. Not the 90, the 99 and the 2000. No, in 2000, like 18, 19 or whatever like that, And so, for real, my belief is this. If you don't want to claim somebody, this is honestly how I think about it. If you don't want to claim somebody that you previously dated, okay, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's your perspective. It's your life. Do as you please. Anyway, this man allegedly did not want to be on Belle Collective. Here is where we're breaking the fourth wall. And so at that point in time, allegedly, Tambra breaks up with him because she wants to film. and she ends up getting with Greedy, aka Damon, the man that she was allegedly cheating on the man on this unspoken man with. He who shall not be named. Okay, he who shall not be named sure does want to be in the business for you to not want to have filmed this show. Okay, that makes absolutely zero sense to me. If you didn't want to film the show, let it go, my brother. And if how did you know that he was cheating, that she was cheating with Greedy? Did you catch them? And if you did, why didn't you do something about it? Anyway, and the other thing is, it was sounding to me like either the man had met with Letitia to give him this information, or, and that's maybe why they keep calling her a liar, because they're trying to say she fraudulent about her lifestyle. The main crux of the issue is that they don't believe, along with maybe people on social media, that Tambra and Greedy, aka Damon, are a real thing. If you want to say that, right? But to go and meet with this man, I just feel like it's low down and dirty. Cause again, Eric, y'all all got everybody got people in their past that they didn't talk to. That everybody, listen, you are either in life going to be the hero or the villain in someone's story. Okay. Especially in relationships. And usually when they end bad, I don't care how good of a person you are. That person will make you the villain and they will make themselves the hero. That's just the way it goes. But apparently, this situation is much more complex, and we'll get to that in a moment. So, anyway, um, Letitia then meets with Latrice and apparently wants to know what's going on with her because she's been MIA. Did you reach out to girl, did you reach out to Ashante? Yes, she did. She also reached out to Selena. She reached out to Ashante to find out whether or not she was all right. So apparently Ashante never responded, but took the time to screenshot it, thinking she was sending it to somebody else, and accidentally sent it back to Latrice. Girl, like, come on now. It this is my thing. This is one of my these be my pet peeves. You run around here talking about Latrice a child, but you're doing childish things, right? You're doing childish things to the point where your stepchildren gotta coach you on what to do and what not to do. I don't know if this is given. I need something to do on this show, so I need some conflict because the So Gucci that I met was as sweet as pie. Okay. Now, agreeing, when you meet people, yes, they you know, you can see one person and then they can also be another. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could you could call you, like, one person could call me nice, the other person could call me, oh, just as evil as he want to be. It's perspective, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I just feel like, you know, doing that, you obviously about to screenshot this and send it to somebody else. Girl, just don't respond. Like, if you don't like her, if you're not feeling her like that, then don't say nothing. Say, girl, blocked, bye, and keep it pushing. But like, to screenshot it, it's like, what you try? I mean, it wasn't even anything to screenshot. She checking on you, so now you're gonna use it as an excuse, right? It just sounds cockamamie to me. I don't get it. So anyway, Latrice is like, well, did you send Selena to come after Gucci? Why would she need to do that when Gucci is the one who is mad at Latrice? That absolutely makes no sense to me. Selena and Gucci have their own issues. It sounds like they've been in the same spaces before. We've seen them in the same spaces before. They know how to act around each other. So at the end of the day, stop it with this. Latrice is sending Selena for her. I'm sure it could have been a situation where, oh, they're gonna be in the same scene. It could be a little, shade fest, but they issues is so big that they fighting, and it's been going on. Sanjay told us that. JJ then told us that. Gucci then told us that. Anyway, Letitia invites her to the peace treaty meeting. They go into one of these places where you break a bunch of stuff. I just, apparently it's one in every city, every franchise, every show. Um, Letitia jumps right in and says, "We had an intruder come in and attack one of our sisters." Now, I thought you was friends with Selena too, Letitia. But anyway, the intruder alert, intruder alert, who is Selena at this point, is apparently public enemy number one. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. Season 4, Selena need to be cast member number one, okay? Because there is something about her. She just got a little je ne sais quoi that works on the camera. Clearly, it's enough to shake the table with all of y'all. So, and all of y'all know her. So it makes sense. Bring her into the fold. Figure these things out. Let's make it more exciting. Let's mix it up some more. You know what I'm saying? And when I say cast member number one, I don't mean like the lead. I'm just saying as a part of the group, as a part of the collective. Figure it out. Anyway, so they're gonna do breakout groups. So Akeisha and Letitia go together, and it seems like they starting to talk. And Latrice is left with Ashante, who really they just eavesdropping on Marie and Tambra because that's the biggest conversation that needs to be had. But Tambra don't know that there's an issue with Marie, but Marie does because Marie is met with the man. Oh yes, Marie has met with the man. Okay, and Marie knows that Tambra is going to act blindsided by this. She lets her know that she and Letitia, I'm just so disappointed in Letitia for meeting with this man because I'm like, this man sounds like a non-mother factor. Okay. Okay. As it relates to the show, not in real life, sir. I don't know if you watch my channel, but in terms of how it relates to this show, if you don't want to be a part of it, then stay out of it. But anyway, um, she lets her know that Letitia and her met with this man. They had lunch, and he said he was engaged to Tambra in 2018 through 2019. Tambra, for her thing, thought when they broke up, it was she wished him well. God bless you on your journey. I have to go and see you and thank you for your services, right? But apparently, the man brought documentations, which were not shown on the screen. See, my other issue with this storyline is I can't see this man. I did not see this meeting. I'm only relying on someone telling me what happened. And this is one of those instances where I need a show and tell. So, sir, if you're going to be bold enough to have lunch off camera with these ladies and bring this into the group, I'm going to need you to be bold enough to do it on camera. Okay? That's what I need you to do. And then, okay, he brought documentation indicated that he was exonerated. The court orders had been thrown out. Apparently, Tambra had to get the court orders on the man. Now, y'all coming back and saying y'all want this to be a sisterhood. If Tambra done told you she didn't have a court order against the man, if she did have one against the man, that means that at one point in time, she tried to get it, which means that she wanted this man out of her life, right or wrong. Now, if the court order was dismissed, it could have been because there was not enough evidence to provide that he was, coming after her in the same way that she felt like he was, or it had expired. I don't really know the law. Norman, can you find out, please, how a court order is dismissed and all things of that nature? I don't deal in court orders. I don't deal in legal. I have an attorney for that. However, they ain't right here for me to ask these questions. So we're going to send imaginary Norman to go and ask these questions. If you are an attorney and if you know, I need you to chime down in the chatterization down below and let a brother know how that whole thing works. But in my opinion, with my 2 ears, what I heard was I tried to get a court order on this man because he was doing things to me that were bothersome to me that may have been allegedly borderline and on harassing or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I was not there, and this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. But what I do understand is y'all ain't protecting y'all sister and y'all sisterhood if y'all going and meeting with some man to purposely dig up dirt on somebody because you don't believe her relationship is real. Call her the F out on that, okay? Ask her questions about her and Greedy and ask her things that make her seem like a liar. But this whole situation right here, where you bringing in imaginary man number 1, 2, or 3, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for it at all. Okay. I'm really, really not. Because if he who shall not be named don't really want to be named, then he should stay nameless. Okay. Anyway, um, Tambra is over it and storms off for a minute, but they kind of talk her back into coming around. At this point, she's annoyed because the collective is not protecting her at all. And Maria's like, well, I knew she would do this. I knew it would go this way. She's just living a lie. You know what I'm saying? Um, Tambra's like, you know what? F this. I'm going to call my attorney. And then Maria's all of a sudden like, oh, it ain't even worth all that. Girl, you brought this up. It was worth something to you for you to take time out of your day and for you to go have lunch with this man to get some dirt so you can have an issue with this woman that you've been calling a liar all season. So now that she wants to call her attorney, you got a problem with it? Oh, no, 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 no. You don't get to have a problem now that she wants to bring in her attorney because you brought this up. This was your doing. This was you who had this issue. So now how she responds, you have no control over that. And don't try to downplay it now like it was no big thing. You made it a big thing. You made it a huge thing. You made it into a thing where there was allegedly documentations and things like that. And I'm not here for it. I am not here for it at all. Because at any point in time, any of these women could have somebody from their past come in and say something about them because everybody got a past. That's the one thing that I really just burns my biscuits about, when people get on reality TV, it'd be like people that just want to be in the mix. Man, sir, whoever you are, if you don't want to be in the mix, stay out the mother freaking mix, okay? Stay nameless, stay off to the side, live your life, go forth and be prosperous. That was 2018, 2019. We are now into 2023, okay? We have gone through an entire pandemic, and this is what's on your mind? I don't understand it. And I'm done. May the Lord bless you.